So if you know your prompt can only fit 8,000 tokens in, then you can recursively summarize it. So every time you have a conversation, it summarizes it into to make sure it fits in those 8,000 tokens.
Yeah.
Eventually, of course, you're going to compress the information and lose the detail. And the analogy he makes is that's kind of what our brains do anyway. Like if you remember, if you were asked what you did yesterday, what you had for breakfast, you don't really know. You just know you had breakfast and you did your teeth or whatever. But all the details kind of, unless there's something.
Yeah, you might say one word, which could be eggs, or something like that. But really, that was like a 5 to 10 minute chunk of your life, and a lot of stuff happened in that time.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think that's an interesting concept that folds into it. Long-term chat with external sources. So I don't exactly know, but these are sort of related to some of the YouTube videos he's done. A lot of the work he's done, it's just saving the files out to like a JSON file locally or something like that, so you can see
Yeah, I
the
noticed that.
logs here. So he's not even tying it
There
in
was
with the
if you scroll down in his repo a little bit, the YouTube chapter generator. I literally wrote one last night. So, and so
right.
I've compared my method to his method, and it's a bit different, but it sort of achieves the same goal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of fun looking around in people's code bases. So anyone that's getting into development, I think it's a really great way to start out. Also because particularly with Python, the code is so readable. You can dive really right into it. And so, like for example, if we are even not sure about what something is doing, we can dive in here to the. Is there some code in here? There is no code in here. Let's see what he's done here. I think these all look like placeholder files. Do we have another branch here? Yeah, let's have a look at this branch. Okay, so it seems like I'm not exactly sure where here we go, we have some code here. So if we're not sure what exactly this is doing, we can always just grab this for non-technical guys out there, and we can just say, can you explain what this is doing at a year-old level? This code is creating a program that receives requests from other programs over the internet. The program is built using a package called Fast API, which helps it connect to incoming requests. The code is also using UV Unicorn, which helps it to reprogram and listen to incoming requests, blah, blah, blah. So you can pause that and read that if you want, but this will give you a good understanding in text format of what it's doing if you are not sure. So yeah, so I think the interesting thing about this microservices is it's kind of got an inner loop, which I think is the one that's handling the information as it's coming in, an outer loop, which works on a slightly longer timeline, and then a dream sequence, which happens offline. I think this is can be modeled like you've got an inner dialogue in your mind, and you've got your outer loop, which is how you're interacting with the environment, and then you've got like a dream sequence, which sort of compresses memories and does stuff to them. And so that I think is the architecture. I'm probably bastardizing this. I'm